Hey yo, fellow Legonians, fellow Brick fans, Autobots, Decepticons, Transformer fans, and YouTubers of the viewing audience. This is Dave Frost 1, reporting in once again with the next installment of one weekend, a couple days, or a few days, of Devastation. Here with Overload. So, an interesting character art for the box. And so this is the front. That's the top. This is the right side of the same artwork of Devastator that every box has had of every Constructicon of the Studio Series line. That's the left side. Here's the right side. And he is a leader class scale figure. Here's that same artwork, but close up of his face. And the number 66. Then here's the back of the box of the obligatory product shot. 34 steps to change him from vehicle to robot and back again. And a brief bio. So, he is, I'm gonna say, my favorite out of all the characters, out of all the Constructicons, as you'll see why here in a moment, in robot mode. And he's a very awesome looking trailer bed carrier truck. Similar to Long Haul, but not exactly a dump truck. He just carries heavy rocks back and forth from location to location. And the all around fun of a vehicle mode. So let's get on with the size comparisons. Or the comparisons in general. So first off, I have Voyager Long Haul from Generation 1 / Combine Wars. And you can see that Overload goes for the length, as Long Haul goes for the height. Next, I have on my list Heavy Load from 2001 Robots in Disguise, who I would say is a Voyager, but could be a deluxe of all things, as he's not very big compared to an actual Voyager figure. And next on my list is a character of a similar name, Armada Overload. So you can see that Studio Series Revenge of the Fallen Overload definitely goes for the larger scale. As far as just being a bit longer than Armada Overload. And it's also two different aspects of character as well, and you'll see why in robot mode. Next, but certainly not least, we gotta remove the lazy Susan again for this, is the rest of the team. We got Scavenger. We have Mixmaster, Long Haul, Rampage, Scrapper, High Tower, and Scrap Metal. So the team is all here. All 8 Constructicons from Studio Series. And obviously Overload is the longest. Scavenger being the biggest. And then High Tower and Scrap Metal being the smallest. Anywho, let's get on with transformation. And not just any transformation, but I want to go to combination mode. So you want to come to the underside and bring up what are his arms out to the sides. And then rotate at what are the shoulders. But not specifically the elbows. And then bend a few degrees back and raise up the filler piece. Same for the other side. And then you want to come in to the claw arm or the main claw arm, hook, claw arm, whatever it is, and rearrange it to its secondary position. Meaning that when you take it out of that hole, you want to rearrange it to go into that hole. So that's the lower body. As far as the bottom half is concerned. Then come up to the front of the vehicle and disconnect the cab. Slide the cab on the pole and center it. And you'll see why in a moment. Then spread out the middle wheels and lower the what are the robot mode legs. Lower the cab section and raise the legs back up. And there you have combination mode. And it's a pretty interesting looking combination mode, considering his role for the part of Devastator. Now, let's get on to the robot mode. So, flipping back over, come to the legs section, flip out the heels, raise up the front wheels in the mean, as well as folding back the center wheels, and position the knee and the feet, like angle them back. And also raise up the head. As well as bring out the tail spike of the cab. And there's a tab on the underside of the cab that goes up in there. Securing it and locking it in place. Now for the other leg. Raise the wheel, lower the foot, bring back the heel, and bring back the whole foot. So now he can properly stand. Undoing the combination mode, you want to lower or fold back in the filler. Extend out the arm and rotate. And then rotate at below the shoulder and extend out the main hook claw arm and lower the secondary claw arm. And do the same for the other arm. Takes a little time to mess with it to get it proper, but it's worth it. So this is overload. And before I get to the comparisons, I want to get to the posability. But first, I want to note that he is my favorite because he has a crazy amount of arms, 4 arms, and they're all claws, as well as the other reason why he's my favorite is, I forget the other reason, I'm sorry. But anyways, it's interesting that his feet are like bar stools. You know, like raise up platforms on 4 legs. So that's pretty interesting. And then the second reason why he's my favorite character is because the range of posability on this guy. So his head can look up that far. The spike the tail spike doesn't do anything. It just sits there. But again, the head can look up from a side angle. It is on a ball joint, but you have to remove it from the body to do so. So it's meant to be stationary. Then, coming to the shoulders. Sorry, his feet are just not stabilizing correctly as I mess with him. But anyways, there's full rotation at the shoulders, as well as rotation at the bicep, bendage at the elbow, and bendage at the hook, claw, arm, hand thing. And that goes for both sides. And then on the secondary arm, there's bendage at the second shoulder and the outward elbow. And then rotation at the wrist, as well as inward and not very much outward bendage. There. There. And there. At the upper wrist, there's rotation. At the lower wrist, there's bendage. And that is all for the arms. Now for the legs, there's rotation and outward bendage at the waist. There's no waist rotation as far as this is concerned, because the chest, abdomen, and the lower area, along with the head, they are all on one part of the body. So when you put the head in place, the lower area comes out. And there is bendage at the knee, but then to get him posing, you have to leave it in a certain position where he balances well. And then there's also ankle tilt. But anyways, that is it for posability. Now let's get on with the comparisons. So first up on the list for comparisons is Autobot Armada Overload. And don't worry about the shoulder. I plan to get a second copy of the figure later on in the future. But for right now, it's what I have to work with. But anyways, you can tell that they're like about the same height. Next. That's coming from Overload. Next is Autobot 2001 RID Heavy Load. And you can see the difference there. Next, G1 / Combiner Wars long haul. And he's obviously bigger than Overload, even though he's a Voyager class and he's a Leader class. Last but not least, let's bring in the entire crew. So, to prepare for that, I definitely gotta fold in the arms to make room. So here's Scavenger. Rampage. Long Haul. Scrapper. Mixmaster. Hightower. And Scrap Metal. And there you have the entire Studio Series Constructicon crew. And it's been quite a week. Even though I've done these videos within a few days of each other, or more or less. Something like that. But anyways, I thank you all so very much for watching. Please stick around for more great LEGO and Transformer related content coming to the future of this channel. And I shall see you all next time. And I will see you in the next video for combination mode completed and etc. So long.